Good evening. I'm Tom Sadowski. I'm President and CEO of the Economic Alliance of Greater Baltimore, born, raised, educated, married twice, and have 3 kids, all here in this city that I call Baltimore, which I love greatly. So thank you. This is Baltimore. It is the home of the pathologically modest, some would say. And I can't stand that phrase because I don't think there's anything modest about this town. As an economic development guy, when I'm out there selling, it does a lot of damage in trying to create positive activity and sales. So tonight, I'd like this to serve as kind of an intervention. Let's take that label off. Let's shred it. Thank you, because there's nothing modest about this town or its history or its future. Thank you. Fort McHenry, 1812, that night. It was an all-night beatdown. It was not a Francis Scott Key sing-along. Big happenings that night, and we're very proud of that. The ships that we've built, they've won wars. The pride of Baltimore, the Clipper ships, they were fast, they were lethal. We send the pride around the world to boast about our ingenuity, our craftsmanship, and our strength in creating products that defend our country. Enoch Pratt. This guy was ballsy. 1882, creates the first public library open to any income or race. 1882, the only thing he said, I think at the end of this quote, was make sure you assholes bring the books back. Beano Railroad, we opened up the West to American commerce. We created more demand for our products and more products coming through our port. It was a great time in our history, and we should be very proud. Willie donned. Although that seems to be somewhat of a modest bathing suit, there was nothing modest about the way he ran this city and the way he recreated and re-engineered the downtown. It became a model for modern urban renewal throughout the world. This quote is quite prophetic. This not only speaks to his state of mind, but it also came out before the Colts picked up and moved in the middle of the night. But he believed so much in this sentiment that what did he do? He picked us all up collectively, and we built 2 sports stadiums that are now the envy of the modern sports world and have changed the modern sports industry for all time. Any city that wants to build a stadium comes here to look and see how we financed it, designed it, etc. Our sports icons, yeah, there's nothing modest about these guys. Babe Ruth steps up to the plate, calls his shot, hits a dinger. Cal Ripken defies the manager to take him out of the lineup for 2,632 games in a row. Michael Phelps, 22 gold medals and a Speedo. Nothing modest about that. This picture, it speaks for itself. They party each and every year, wear big hair, and they don't drink a modest amount of alcohol. It's always to excess. We are a city that's rich in color and creativity. Artists thrive here, and the arts thrive here. Music, you name it. And it all converges into the cyber realm and helps us create new products and new technologies, that right brain, left brain kind of thing. As a cancer survivor, do not wait until you get that diagnosis to appreciate the fact that we have the #1 healthcare system in the world here in town. So know that. I talked about cybersecurity, the technology, the smart people that live here. We constantly, day in and day out, improve products and the way those products are made throughout the world. People come to us for our ingenuity and for our thoughts and to do more research and development to further technological advances. We're a port city. We're the 3rd largest consumer market in the country. And pretty soon, the #1, New York City, will be getting most of its goods coming through our port in 2014. So, Kevin Plank, I think we know him. I think we wear some of his tight-fitting, shiny stuff, right? He took on Nike. He's building new sports athletic fields throughout this city, and he's not happy. He's not happy until he draws blood. Why should we care? Because we're world-class. We're not second best. Think about that. We've worked too hard, and the world counts on the things that we do too much. And to compromise on a vision or on your passion is to ultimately become mediocre. Ben Carson grew up in Detroit, mind you. Thank you, Detroit, for hopefully beating the Yankees in 4 straight. But he came to Baltimore to be the best pediatric surgeon because he knew he could achieve that at Hopkins. My alma mater, Freeman Hrabowski, one of the smartest guys in the world, he knows that this is a place that values the mind, where anything's possible. There are no limits: geography, access to knowledge, philanthropy, culture. It's all here. It's all to be taken advantage of. This is a place where your heart can thrive. This is a place where you can find your passion, live it, grow it, and make it happen. Don't let somebody else attach a label to it, because at the end of the day, that just lowers our expectations, and it limits the realm of expectation, what can happen here. Thanks very much.